Role player to guy who probably is really going to be dependent on you. I think that's what's in store for you, right? Do you agree?
I agree.
Comfortable with that?
Definitely comfortable.
Talk about. Does it feel different? Talk about how it's.
It feels a little different. You don't get quite as many reps because you don't have to prove yourself at practice.
Okay.
But basically, I know where I got to be. I know what I have to do. So I'm just working towards those goals.
So tell me about maybe a little bit about the chemistry or the attitude among the receivers that you've seen so far, and also just what you're going to miss from those guys.
You obviously miss those three of the top receivers that we've ever had here. So we have big shoes to fill, and we use that as motivation, knowing that we have to come in. 3 new guys have to step up and do what they can to help this team out and prove that we're ready to play. So we're working hard. It's a bunch of guys working hard, trying to learn every little detail, and I think we're doing a good job of that. Newsom does a great job. He's working on his reading. Coming from Virginia, he was more of a running quarterback. So since day one, he's really improved on his passing. He's gotten a lot better with his timing and getting the ball to the receivers where they can catch it, and just reading the defense and knowing what coverages it is.
Are you getting over the whole "I can't believe I'm here playing for Penn State" thing, which we've talked about 100,000 times? Have you got past that now?
Definitely past that. I mean, it still hits you every once in a while, and it's just a good feeling that motivates you. But definitely, I'm over it.
Defensive line is supposed to be solid this year. Do you feel a lot of pressure coming in, though, with so many newcomers coming on both ends of the ball? Is that something that you feel you need to hold up your end of the bargain?
I mean, I said this before. I feel that way every year. I feel like, I really want to build on, what I accomplished last year. Just myself. Just my play and stuff, and along with the rest of the D line. And I think if we, really, build on what we did last year, and we're able to, just keep a high level of intensity and just our traditional D line, then I would count it as a success. And
are you nervous about the team chemistry with so many new players on the field? Is that something you think you're going to have to work on harder this season than past season?
Nah, I mean that's what camp's for. We're having a great time at camp. We were all there's about 20 of us in my room last night. Just all hanging out. Right before curfew and stuff like that. And it was a great time. And camp, you're locked in one building, with your teammates, and you're not forced to really, get to know them, but you naturally do it by being in close quarters, and that's all a part of team bonding. The more you build relationships off the field, the stronger they are going to be on the field. So
a little bit about the Rose Bowl last year. Is that something you're going to use as a driving force this year? Is it something that you're going to say, look, we're just going to forget about it and move on?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Forget about it, move on. Like I said, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth, and you got to spit it out and move on. And I think that's what we're doing. Really focusing on this year and the team that we had this year, not last year's team. Because if you dwell on that too much, you're never going to be able to move forward.
And what do you think about this is the first time since '99 you've been in the top 10 in the coaches poll? I know Joe Pa said he does.
First time since when?
Since '99.
Oh, wow.
So I know Joe Pa said he doesn't really pay attention to that kind of stuff, but do you think that maybe this is where you guys have, supposed to have been the past couple of years? You think you've been underrated?
Well, where'd they finish in '99? I don't know. So I don't know where they finished. So it really doesn't mean anything. Just like all the preseason honors and accolades that our team receives. It really doesn't mean anything in the end. Until you end up on top.
A lot of preseason stuff for you personally. I mean, Mel Kiper says you're the #1 defensive tackle. You're on these watch lists and everything.
I don't think Mel Kiper said that.
I think he did.
I thought he said Arthur Jones was #1.
Well, but you know what I'm saying in general.
Okay. Well, don't get me going now. Don't get me going.
Well, don't you want to be #1? Wouldn't that be good news?
Sure. That's like it's great to hear, but it's like I've been saying, it's all preseason stuff. Along with our team, being ranked, whatever. And it's great to hear, and it's like, wow, people call you up and say, hey, did you hear this? You hear that? And we're all like, yeah, that's great, but we really just want to get to the season, and get cracking, and it really doesn't mean anything until we actually do it. So
why will you be better this year?
Why will we be better this year? Why will I be better this year? I think just off of experience. I think once you know what you're doing, you can play that much faster, and you know what's coming, and you know how to move, and you know what to do in certain situations, and just being able to study tape more and more and more every day. we've been getting some good film, just on other guys and guys that played before and just learning off of them and guys coming back, with a lot of advice. Tom coming back, Spice coming back, a bunch of guys coming back, just telling us about their experiences. And, I think us as a whole D-line, we're absorbing that much more. And, some of the stuff and some of the new techniques that we've been exposed to this summer, it's, I think, really going to be able to help us out this year.
So you're going to be.
Do you give your best Joe Pa impersonation or his favorite quote? Don't act like you haven't done it in 4 years.
Nah, they tell, he always tells Lou Eliadis he's a baby. So you're a baby. So, he gives his little Joe Pa voice and, calls him a baby. So,
hey Green, come here. You're a little squirt. So when they see you come out the backfield and they see you do all of this, they're gonna try to strip the ball. Hold on to the football, Green. That's gonna stop you from being a great player. Please, hold on to the football.